We are at the SRI conference in Cape Town, and with me, I'm honored by the founder of this whole beautiful event, Erica, who are allowed to introduce herself. Erica, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you so much. My name is Erica Key. I am the U.S. Global Hub Director from Future Earth, and I founded the SRI Congress in 2016, but our first live edition was in 2021 in Brisbane and virtually around the world at the height of COVID.
First thing I want to say, congratulations. Sometimes when you want to give birth to something, it's a vision. I normally say it's spiritual because it's an idea. It's either you're scared or you run with it, and then it becomes this great, beautiful thing that we are experiencing today. Can you please tell us what was the vision or the mission behind this event?
Sure. So we were operating in a time where we had a lot of different actors working towards sustainability, but doing so individually. And we wanted to create a platform for all of those different knowledge types, all of that lived experience to come together, to blend, to transform policy and practice. So we were looking not just for an event, but also a style of meeting that would encourage scientists and experts and stakeholders from governments and from entrepreneurs and youth groups to come together and speak with each other rather than past each other. And that was the home that SRI provided.
It's been more than 5 years now running this workshops or this events. Tell me about the impact so far. I believe in 5 years' time, we can now look back and say, hey, we did this and this is what we've achieved.
It is fantastic. It's one of my greatest achievements because we've been able to reach more than 10,000 people in the 6 years that we've been offering the Congress. And I'm deeply honored to have a partnership with Africa that has extended since the beginning.
Okay.
Every year there is a regional Congress in Africa. There's a global Congress that moves around the world. Sometimes the two come together. In 2022, we were in Pretoria.
Yes.
And this year we're in Cape Town. So I'm looking at that growth of community, where it goes from here, how it adapts to new priorities, and really looking forward to the next editions in Africa and around the world with communities we haven't touched yet.
You said Pretoria, Cape Town. I remember I attended it also in Kenya.
Yes.
So how do you guys decide which location, which country or town should host the SRI? And if there's someone else in another country be like, no, I would love them to come to my country, how do we get involved?
So there's a call for hosts usually at the global level, and we have different stakeholder groups that review those proposals to look at opportunities to connect with new communities. Within the Africa Regional Congress, there's a real interest in activating communities within the Future Earth Africa Hub. And so there's possibilities of going to Egypt, going to Namibia, going to Togo, where they have these hub and spoke offices and be able to work collaboratively with those groups to deliver something special and to recognize different languages, different cultures, different approaches to sustainability, because there's not one.
Yeah, I think the themes around Africa Labs, African-led sustainability. What is this year's theme? How did you guys choose this theme? What are the conversations you are hoping we'll be having throughout the week?
So it's really important that the themes are cross-cutting.
Okay.
We don't want to leave anyone out. And we want to address the priorities that are very real for the area that we're working in. So when you look at the sub-themes this year, it's really about African-led sustainability solutions. But, how is AI shaping the environmental space? How is climate justice and equity, how is that actually taking form? And then the blue, green land economies, how are we financing those? I'm very excited about a session that I'll be leading that's bringing those conversations together to look at how this ties into Agenda 2063, how we can mobilize domestic resources in a post-aid and development era, and how indigenous financial instruments like stockfuls in South Africa could be part of that community funding piece. And then the last part is really about the different knowledges that come together, including indigenous knowledge. How can that help shape, design the solutions that perhaps bring us closer together than pushing us further apart?
Yeah. Before we close, I had Agenda 2063. 63.
Yes.
What is that agenda?
The Africa we want. So this is set by the African Union in partnership with development banks on the continent, with other partners. And the excitement there is that this is the decade of acceleration. There are a lot of meetings happening. In May, there were new elements that came forward in the finance space that are going to make this possible, that are going to achieve some of these large-scale solutions, whether it's climate infrastructure or if it's connecting with communities to address, youth, elderly, health, climate vulnerability. It's on its way, and it's being led by the continent with continental resources. Very excited.
I'm looking forward to attending your session as well. Any last words before we close our session?
I'm just very thankful to our African partners for their continued support of SRI and leadership on the continent and abroad. This regional event is so much more than bringing Africa together. It's really connecting Africa to the world, leading on priorities that are meaningful for the continent and for the Sustainable Development Goals. So thank you so much.